To be a dragon, you gotta be strong. Humble, never bragging. Always fight for right, battling wrong with the power of the dragon. Live the code of the dragon. Fight for right, the might of the dragon. With the mark of the dragon. Live the code of the dragon.
Never intentionally harm another. Do not battle if you can avoid it. Jimmy and Billy Lee are Dragon Masters now.
Dragon Master was for the mark of the double dragon. Live the code of the dragon. Fight for right, the might of the dragon. With the mark of the dragon. Live the code of the dragon.
And now to spring the trap. All units, Shadow Warrior activity reported near Radica State Prison. Proceed immediately.
It's dragon time.
He's leaving the freeway now. Visual contact established. Reset speed limit. Activating diversion.
Great, the one day they decide to repair the streets.
Gotcha. All units are go. Repeat, go!
What? Whoa! Now, I don't know who you're looking for, but you got the wrong guy.
Fire a warning shot.
Hey! What's wrong with you people?
Cease fire. Lay down your sword. You, Jimmy Lee?
Yeah, that's me.
You're going downtown, perp.
Hey, this is some kind of mistake, officer. I'm a special deputy. Hey! Hey, lay off!
Threatening a police officer. Big mistake. You! Impound this weapon. Take it to the property room.
I don't understand this. They wouldn't even let me talk to him.
It's gotta be a mistake. Don't worry, Billy. He's got Judge Rhodes. He's very fair. He'll straighten this all out.
Next case. Captain Taze, read the charges.
The charges are almost too numerous to list, Your Honor. Speeding, failure to stop, reckless endangerment, resisting arrest, carrying a concealed weapon, and armed assault against a police officer.
Jimmy wouldn't do that. He's a Dragon Master now.
How do you plead?
Your Honor,
You're in contempt of this court. I'm not asking for an explanation.
If it please the court, Your Honor, I would like to be a character witness for the defendant.
It does not please the court. Sit down and shut up or I'll hold you in contempt.
That's insane!
Order in the court. You're digging yourself a big hole, Mr. Lee.
With all due respect, Your Honor, I think...
Bailiff, if the defendant speaks again, gag him! The court will enter a plea of guilty for Mr. Lee. I hereby order him to serve 1 year, hold him without bond, and lock him up. Next case.
You call this justice?
Order in the court! And 2 years for contempt in Radica!
What? If this judge is so fair, what are the bad ones like?
This is Lahona Jones on the steps of the Metro City Courthouse, where just minutes ago, the distinguished Judge Rhodes sentenced martial arts teacher Jimmy Lee to 2 years in Radica, the notorious maximum security institution.
You fiend! You can't expect to really get away with this, Shadow Master!
I already have.
You'll pay for this outrage!
No. You and your fellow citizens will pay. When I take over Metro City, with no one to stop me.
The Double Dragons will.
Not without their favorite dragon masters to help them.
This is Radica, the most violent prison in the entire country.
No one has ever escaped from Radica. Ever.
Don't even think about it.
Welcome to D Block, convict.
I haven't been convicted of anything. I was framed.
That's what they all say.
He's been put in D Block, reserved for mutants and hard cases, with a psycho named Fireball.
We've got to get him out of there. The city is wide open without the Double Dragons. Hey, relax, guys. I'm not gonna do anything.
It's not you we're worried about. It's your roommate, Fireball.
Don't move. You're the one who shouldn't move. Hey! Stay back. What? Huh? I hate roach rats. Man, you got some temper there, pal. When I'm angry, I make fires. That's why I meditate to learn self-control. I'd say you got great control. You gotta be Fireball. I'm Jimmy Lee. Look, I could use some control myself. You mind if I join you? Suit yourself, man. What's that? Hannibal. Who? You don't want to know. Now what's that noise? The prison grapevine. It's how the inmates send messages. Do you know what they're saying? It's prison code. There's a contract on some guy that used to be called Shadow Boss. They're gonna take him down tomorrow morning. In the exercise yard. That's me.
I got Jimmy's sword from the property room. At least it'll be safe now.
I'm worried. Jimmy's sending me some strong vibrations.
That's Taze! Let's follow him!
Big ones, as promised. Thanks. Don't look now, but I've got a feeling I'm being followed. Relax. The Double Dragons are done for, thanks to you and Judge Rhodes.
You buy him off too?
Let's just say he's been replaced by someone more sympathetic.
Just make sure the Shadow Master remembers the rest of my deal.
Our new police commissioner, Fuzzmeister Taze.
You're going to jail, Countdown, and Jimmy's getting out!
You haven't got me yet, cop.
But I do, Countdown. I was born with this power. It scared people. Only gangs offered me friendship. I did some bad things.
Yeah, like what?
Lots of things. The worst was... my gang went to war. We got in a fight. I didn't mean to, but I almost killed a little girl. I quit the gang, but it was too late to keep me out of jail. I never hurt anyone before, and I never will again.
Hey, it sounds like it was an accident.
No. When you join a gang, there's no such thing as accidents.
Look, I tell you what. I'll teach you how to do Tai Chi. That'll cool you down. You'll never lose your temper again. It's never too late to change.
I'm afraid it's too late for you, friend. Exercise time.
If anything goes wrong, I don't want you to get involved.
In Radica, it's every mutant for himself. I look out for numero uno.
Yeah, and you do that pretty darn well.
You scared, Jimmy?
Hey, everybody's scared sometime, Fireball. But you gotta do the right thing, no matter what.
Uh-oh. Something's going down.
This is Captain Taze. All guards are to report immediately to the ready room. Repeat, all guards are to report to the ready room.
Wait a minute. That's Taze. What's that scumbucket doing here? I smell a rat, and the wind is coming from that limo.
I hate rats.
The Shadow Master, the biggest rat of all. And there's another one, Judge Railroads in person. Remember what I said, Fireball, and keep out of this. What was that?
Hannibal the Animal.
The Shadow Falls! Great. Just great.
Now, Jimmy Lee, you shall see how I deal with those who betray the Shadow.
Yeah, you or your hired hand?
I prefer to watch.
Talk to me, Countdown. Which way?
100 meters! Heart rate! Heart rate!
A little more notice would be nice.
Stop! Stop!
Is this the spot?
Yeah, now get me off this thing. You're not acting like a dragon.
I'm taking lessons from my brother. You better slink back into your sewer, Countdown. You're lucky we don't have time to arrest you now.
This tunnel is reinforced titanium, and you don't have a chance of breaking in!
Billy, your birthmark!
Jimmy's in trouble. Fire! We won't get through this way!
The Shadow Falls!
This is not a fair fight.
The Shadow Falls! The Shadow Falls! The Shadow
Silence!
Billy, where the heck are you?
Any last words of dragon wisdom, Jimmy Lee?
You never could win without cheating, Shadow Master!
You're such a big fan of law and order, Jimmy Lee. I'll give you law and order. How do you vote, Your Honor?
The Shadow Master's gone too far. The prisoner's code says I'm not supposed to interfere. But this just isn't fair.
We've heard from the law. Now, let's hear from the order. Police Commissioner Tay.
The shield plate is impenetrable.
Maybe not.
I'm feeling warm-hearted. Stand with me and perhaps I shall grant you mercy.
Never! Though I stand alone, I am a Dragon Master!
You aren't alone now!
Into the ground, Fireball!
Whatever you say, friend.
Maybe we ought to evacuate before this thing gets out of control.
This situation is in control. My control.
Well, you sure took your time. You think it's easy breaking into prison?
Stop them.
For might! For right! We are Double Dragons! We'll teach you law and order! Give it a rest, will you, dog face?
It's crooked cops like you that give the police a bad name.
You're making a major career mistake, Martin. Let me go.
Judge Rhodes, what happened to you? You were the most honest man in Metro City.
Times change.
How very perceptive of you. But in your case, call me Fuzzbuster.
Thanks.
Call me Fireball.
This is Officer Martin. Riot protocols are operational at Radica. Repeat. Riot protocols are operational at Radica. Where's the real Judge Rhodes?
You're not gonna get me to squeal.
No, I know someone who will. Fireball?
No sweat.
He's in a limo. The judge is in a limo.
Fireball? Can you look at this lock for me?
Lock? What lock?
Are you okay, Your Honor?
Blast you, Double Dragons. I will return.
Shadow Master, don't leave me. We had a deal.
You're a disgrace to your uniform. You're gonna do hard time, Taze.
Your Honor, what about Jimmy Lee? He was framed.
The court orders a complete dismissal of all charges against Deputy Jimmy Lee, wherever he is.
He's in very safe hands. What about Fireball? He saved all our lives.
The court decrees that Fireball be paroled to the Dragon Dojo to finish out his sentence in service to the community.
Dragon Warriors, now that you've all met Fireball, what do you say we let him in on our little secret?
Dragons go!
Well, looks like you passed the test. Are you ready for this?
After today, I'm ready for anything.
By the power of the dragon!
Jimmy, you're a double dragon? Yep, and all this time you thought I was a hardened criminal. Well, I have news for you. I used to be, but no more. Never again.
Everyone gets a second chance. That's the code of the dragon. What you do with it is up to you.
You can count on me. I have just one question, amigos. Do you think someday when I get off probation, I could become a dragon warrior too?
We were hoping you'd say that. Welcome aboard, Fireball.
By the power of the dragon!
Hey, cool! Looks like a trophy.
Not a trophy, a reminder. The code of the dragon says, do not gloat over a fallen enemy. Learn from him.
Clue is like any other machine. If it's not used properly, it can be very dangerous. Make sure you check out all the directions.
By the power of the dragon!